हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, वेलकम बैक टू माय यूट्यूब चैनल जिसका नाम है मैथ सीरीज बाय संतोष शेखावत। और अपनी इस सीरीज में मैं आपको सॉल्व करवा रही हूँ 12th स्टैंडर्ड की एनसीईआरटी की मैथ्स बुक। और अपने प्रीवियस वीडियो में मैंने आपको फर्स्ट चैप्टर का रिलेशंस और फंक्शन का जो टॉपिक है वो एक्सप्लेन किया है, उन पे बेस से कुछ प्रॉब्लम्स हमने सॉल्व किए। और अपने आज के वीडियो में मैं आपको फंक्शंस का कंपोजिशन ऑफ ए फंक्शन एंड इनवर्स ऑफ ए फंक्शन का कॉन्सेप्ट और उस पर बेस्ड कुछ प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करवाने वाली हूँ। तो लेट्स मूव टू द टॉपिक। Okay, so composition of a function. Let there are two functions. One function f from a to b and the other function g from b to c. Then the composition of these two functions is denoted by GOF from a to c. Means composition will be defined from this set to this set. Clear? And we will write it GOF is equal to GFX for all x belonging to a. We can understand it by this diagram also. Suppose there are three sets a, b and c, and suppose a function f from a to b and a function b to c is g, right? Two functions, f is from a to b and the other function g is from b to c. Suppose there is one element x, its image in this set b will be what? Fx. And if I check the image of this element in this set, then it will be gfx, right? Now if I will check the image of this element in this set, then what will be that? Gfx, right? So you can say that composition means what? The image of the elements from set A in set C are representing what? Composition of two functions. Clear? So this is the composition of two functions which is defined as gfx. Means when we will solve the questions based on this, then what we will do, we will put the value of fx at the place of x and then we will solve the question. So let's solve one problem based on this topic so that you can easily understand the concept of composition of functions. So in this question we have to find f of fx, means composition of fx with itself, right? So what we will do, f of fx, right? This can be written as fx, right? Means what? In fx, at the place of x we will put what? Fx. So fx is given 3 minus x cube whole power 1 upon 3, right? This is the value of fx, x, right? Now in this, what is the value of fx? In the given value of fx, we will put this value at the place of x. Means fx is given this, so 3 minus x cube. At the place of x, we will put this value, so 3 minus x cube whole power 1 upon 3 and this cube. Clear? This is the value of x. Means at the place of x, I have put this value, right? Minus x and then again whole cube of this, right? Now solve this. 3 minus x cube, this 3 is cancelled with this 3, right? This 3 minus x cube and then whole power 1 upon 3. 3 minus 3 plus x cube whole power 1 upon 3. 3 will cancel. X cube and x cube power 1 upon 3, which is equal to what? X. So what? That f of x is equal to x. Clear? So this is the value of f of f, which is x. Clear? Okay. So this is question number 2 of exercise 1.3. In this fx is given mod x and gx is given by mod 5x minus 2. Right? And we have to find GOF and FOG. So first we find GOFX. Clear? So we can write GOFX as GFX. Now check what is the value of fx. Fx is mod x. Then put this value mod x. Clear? Now in gx at the place of x put mod x. So value of gx is this 5. At the place of x we will put mod x, so mod x minus 2. So this is the value of g of f x, right? Now further we cannot solve it, so leave it here only. Now find f o g, right? F o g means what? F of gx. Now check what is the value of gx. Put this value here, 5x minus 2. Clear? Now in fx at the place of x put this value. So mod fx is given mod x, so mod, and then at the place of this value, so mod 5x minus 2 mod, right? Now see, mod of mod is mod only, means we can write this as this. Mod of x is equal to mod x. By this we can write this. Clear? So now what we can see here, that GOF is this and FOG is this, means the composition is not commutative. Here you can see that we are getting GOF is equal to this and FOG is equal to this. It means what? This proves that the composition is not commutative, right? Means FOG is not equal to GOF. It may be and it may not be. It is not compulsory that FOG is commutative, right? Now take this question. In this it is given a function f from this set to this set and a function g from this set to this set, and this function is defined by this, right? Now we have to find what? GOF. GOF. It means what? The image of these elements in this set. Image of these elements in this set G. In this, right? So first we will find the image of 1, then we will find image of 3 and 4 in this set. So GOF1, right? We can write GF1. Now see what is the image of F1. Image of F1 is in the set 2, right? So we can write 2. Now check what is the image of 2 in this function. So image of in this function is what? 3, right? So GOF1 is what? 3. Same way find GOF3. Second element is what? 3. So we can write GF3. Now check what is the image of F3. Image of F3 in this set is 5. So now what is the value of G5? 1. So it means we can write that GOF3 is equal to what? 1. Now GOF4, right? So GF4. What is the image of F4? 1. G1. What is the value of G1? 3. Right? It means GOF4 is 3. So we can write that GOF is equal to what? 1, 3 and 3, 3, 1 and 4, 3. These are the elements of this set. Clear? So this is how we will find the GOF and FOG of any function. Okay, so inverse, now we are taking this topic, inverse of a function. So what is the meaning of inverse of a function? If suppose there are two sets A and B, right? And if there is a function f from A to B, and suppose the image of a element x in this set is what? Fx, right? Then if I can associate each element of this set B with the pre-images of this set, right? With the pre-images of this set which are denoted by f inverse, right? Then that function is known as what? F inverse. Means you can say that if there exists a function f from A to B, then if there is exists a function from B to A, then that is known as what? F inverse, right? That is known as what? F inverse, right? Now see, I told you if there exists. Why I have used this word? Because it is not possible always. Why? Because see, f inverse will exist if and only if the function is onto. Onto means what? Each element of this set. Suppose this is what? B and this is set A. Then each element of this set should be have pre-image in this set. Then that function is what? Onto. Right? If this function is not onto, it means there may be some element left out which are not having pre-images in that set. So I cannot define f inverse. Right? So I can define f inverse if the function is onto. Now the second thing is 1, 1. If this function is 1, 1, right, then each element of set A will be related to one element of set B. If this function is not 1, 1, it means what? This function is many 1, and two element of this set may have one image in this set B. So in that case again I cannot define f inverse, because if I want to define f inverse, then which image I will take? F for f. Suppose this element is what? A. So for this element A, which image I will consider? So in that case again you cannot define f inverse. So f inverse you can define if and only if the function is 1, 1 and onto. Clear? So if there is a function f from x to y, right, then and g is a function which is defined as y to x, right, then this function g is said to be inverse of this function f, right, if and only if this function is 1, 1 and onto. If the function is 1, 1 and onto, then these are known as what? Inverse. This is known as what? Inverse of this, and it is denoted by f inverse, right. Now if we will find out the composition of these two functions, means composition of a function with its inverse, then we always get f o f inverse. Suppose f o f inverse x, then it is denoted by ix, right. Composition of a function with its inverse is a identity, right. Composition of a function with its inverse is always identity. So if we can define a function for a function f, when we will do the composition of these two functions, then we will get identity. It means that function is invertible function, right. If the composition of a function with its inverse is identity, then that function is what? Invertible function. Clear? Now let's solve some problem based on this, so that this topic will be clear to you, because when we will solve problems, then the topic will be automatically clear to you, right. So let's take one problem. Okay, so let's start with this question. It is given fx equal 4x plus 3 upon cx minus 6x minus 4, where x is not equal to 2 by 3. Why it is given? Because at x equal 2 by 3, this function will be not defined. So this value we cannot take. Now we have to find in this question FOF and F inverse. So your both concept of composition and inverse will be clear in this question. So let's solve this question. First we will find FOF. Right? FOF means what? F of fx. What is the value of fx? 4x plus 3 upon 6x minus 4. Right? Now at the place of x in fx we will put this value. So 4x plus 3 upon 6x minus 4 plus 3 upon 6, 4x plus 3 upon 6x minus 4 minus 4. Now by taking LCM we will solve it, and when we will take LCM, these two terms will be cancelled out. So I am writing it directly. 4x plus 3 plus 3 6x minus 4 upon 6 4x plus 3 minus 4 6x minus 4. Clear? So now when we will multiply it, we will get 16x and 16x plus 12 plus 18x minus 12, and this is 24x plus 18 minus 24x plus 16, right? So this 24 is cancelled with this term, 12 will cancel with this term, and we will get 34x, and here again we will get 34, so we are getting x. So f of x is equal to what? X. This we are getting. Clear? Now we will find f inverse, right? So f inverse, I'm solving at this side. For f inverse, what we will do, see, f inverse means what? In that diagram I have explained you that x is equal to f inverse y. Okay? So it is given fx is equal to 4x plus 3 upon 6x minus 4. Now fx means what? Y, right? Fx is representing what? Image of x, and image of x we are writing as y. So y is equal to 4x plus 3 upon 6x minus 4 for all x is not equal to 2 by 3, right? Now cross multiply, to 6x minus 4 multiplied by y is equal to 4x plus 3. Clear? Now this multiply 6xy minus 4y equal 4x plus 3. Now take this term this side and we will take x as a common, then we will get 6y minus 4 equal 3 plus 4y. So x is equal to 3 plus 4y upon 6y minus 4, right? Now x is equal to what? F inverse y. So we can write f inverse y is equal to 3 plus 4y upon 6y minus 4. Now replace y with x. So f inverse x is equal to 3 plus 4y, sorry 4x upon 6x minus 4, right? Now what we are getting here, that f inverse is equal to fx. F inverse is equal to fx. You can see that fx is equal to f inverse. They both are equal. It means what? That inverse of this function is itself. Inverse of fx is itself, right? F is itself, right? So this is how we will solve questions of inverse and composition, right? Okay. So now in this question, a function f is given, which is given r plus, means positive real numbers to in this interval, and fx is defined by this, and f inverse y means f inverse is defined by this. Then we have to prove that this is invertible, this function is invertible, right? Now in the definition I have explained you that a function is invertible if and only if the composition of f, function f with its inverse is equal to what? Identity, means x, right? Identity means what? X. अगर आप इन दोनों का कंपोजिशन फाइंड करो तो वो x के इक्वल आएगा, राइट? तो दिस इज नोन एज व्हाट? इनवर्स, इन्वर्टिबल फंक्शन, राइट? Now we will check that this function is invertible or not. So we will find the composition of these two functions, right? So before finding out the composition of this function, I just put the value x at the place of y. So I can write this, x plus 6 minus 1 upon 3, right? Now we will find the composition of f of f inverse x. If it is equal to x, it means this function is invertible, otherwise not. So f of f inverse means f inverse x. F inverse is root x plus 6 minus 1 upon 3, right? So in the function, in this function, we will put this value at the place of x. So 9 x square means root x plus 6 minus 1 upon 3 whole square plus 6 root x plus 6 minus 1 upon 3 and minus 5. Now let's solve this. 9 and this is what? 3 square means 9. So we can cancel out this, or you can cancel it later also. Square a minus b whole square, so a square means x plus 6, right? then 1 square plus 1, and then 2ab. So 2 root x plus 6 upon 9, plus this will be cancelled, so 2 x plus 6 and minus 2 minus 5, right? This 9 is cancelled with this 9, right? This is minus, sorry, this will be minus a minus b whole square, right? Now see, when we will solve it, x plus 7 from here minus 2 root x plus 6 plus 2 root x plus 6 minus 7. So this term is cancelled, this 7 is cancelled with this 7, or and what we are getting here, x. So what f o f inverse is equal to x. So this shows that this function is invertible. Clear? So I hope this is clear to you all. Okay, now this question, which is 1 minute. This is question number 7. This is question number 7 of NCERT, exercise 1.3. Now in this question we have to prove that f is invertible, and then we will find out the f inverse, right? So in order to prove that f is invertible, it is sufficient to prove bijection. Yeah. So if we have to prove that this function is invertible or not, then we can prove that if this function is bijection, right? Means if this function is 1 1 and onto, then only it will be invertible, right? So we will prove that this function is 1 1 and onto, right? So first for 1 1 or injection, you can say, what we will take, fx is equal to fy, right? And if fx is equal to fy, then we can write 4x plus 3 is equal to 4y plus 3, right? So we can write that x is equal to y. What we are getting, x is equal to y. It means what, this function is 1 1. Now onto or surjectivity. Here. So for this, what we will do, we will take a element y belonging to codomain, means R. Y is equal to what? 4x plus 3. We can write 4x, this you can take this side, 4y minus 3, right? Then value of x is what? Y minus 3 upon 4. Clear? And this is also belonging to domain, means whatever the value we will get by putting the different value of y, this will be belong to domain R. Means x is belonging to domain R. So what we are getting, there exists a pre-image for each y belonging to codomain in domain. Means for each y belonging to codomain, so for all y belonging to R, means codomain, there exists pre-image in R domain, right? So this function is what? Onto. So f is onto, right? And if f is 1 1 and onto both, it means what? This function is, if f, so f is bijective, and hence f is invertible. Clear? So this is the proof of that f is invertible, right? Now we will find f inverse. So for this, just clean the board and then we will find f inverse. Now see, if f is invertible, it means what? That f inverse, composition of this function with its inverse is equal to what? X, right? In previous question also we have done. So by using this we will find the inverse. F inverse means I can write this, clear? This is equal to x. Now f in the function f, at the place of x we will put f inverse. So I can write 4 f inverse x plus 3 is equal to x, right? So 4 f inverse x equal x minus 3. So f inverse of x is equal to x minus 3 upon 4. So this is what? F inverse. Clear? So this is how you can find f inverse. Clear? So I hope this today's topic is clear to you. This is how we will find the composition of two functions and the inverse of a functions, and how we will check the function is invertible or not. This whole concept I have explained, and I hope this is clear to you all. And if you are having any doubt or any question, then you can put that question in the comment box, and you can ask the question. You can write the question number also if this question is of any exercise. Then I will provide you the solution of the question. And thank you very much for watching me. And if you like my channel, then like it, share it and subscribe it. Thank you very much and bye bye.